What's going on, everyone? Dallas again with Chaos Fragrances. Today we're back with another fragrance review. This time we're going to be taking a look at a new fragrance from Azzaro. This one is Azzaro Wanted by Night. So I'm personally not the biggest fan of the regular Azzaro Wanted. I actually own that one. I have it down there on the shelf. I'm just not a huge fan of it. It's very strong. The lemon comes across a little bit too much for me. It just kind of gives me a headache, and I'm not trying to hate on it. I'm just trying to kind of show you my stance on where I stand on the original Azzaro Wanted, because I'm going to be comparing it with Wanted by Night. So in the opening of this one, what do I get right away? I get some cinnamon, I get some orange, and I also can smell the original Azzaro Wanted DNA. Opening is still very fruity like the original Wanted, but what you'll notice is some sweeter notes start to work in there right away. Tobacco, cinnamon, a little bit of a woodiness as well that starts to come in. So again, it is very fruity, citrusy pop in the opening, but the sweeter notes start to come into play pretty much instantly. Cinnamon is the main player to my nose, and it smells really, really good. It reminds me pretty much of fall, and that's typically what that note does for me anyways. It just reminds me of the fall season when it's a little bit cooler, and that's what this one does. The opening does smell really, really good, and I prefer it a lot more over the original Wanted. Like I said, I'm not the hugest fan of that one. The original one comes across a little bit too scratchy for me, a little bit too synthetic. Again, I know people always get their feathers ruffled when you say synthetic. I'm just saying that the way it smells comes across a little bit synthetic. However, when it comes to this one, Wanted by Night, I don't get that at all. This smells really good in the opening. It smells blended together a lot better. It just doesn't have that scratchy quality that the original Wanted has. So that made me like this one a lot more. Working into the dry down, I started to pick up on some incense and some leather also, mixing with the tobacco and cinnamon that is still present. The fruity notes do kind of die down a little bit in the dry down, not completely gone. But on my skin, what does continue to take over is the sweeter notes, like I said, the cinnamon, tobacco, again, the incense and leather that comes in too. Again, with a little bit of a fruitiness, but it does mostly get sweeter as it goes. It's aromatic, it's spicy, it's a little bit fresh as well. Overall, it's a really nice mixture of notes. It's a really nice, pleasant scent, and I prefer it over the original one 100%. So before I talk about when you can wear this, I just want to jump in here and say, if you haven't checked out my decanting course yet, go ahead and do that now if you head on over to chaosfragrances.com, or if you click the first link in the description, you can check it out there. Basically, I go over everything you need to know in that course: how to set your prices so you're not losing money, how to actually decant your fragrances, and also how to actually ship from home, so that way you don't have to leave your house and go to the post office every day when you start getting a ton of orders. I basically cover everything in this course, everything you need to know. I go over all the supplies you need as well. Everything is just laid out in front of you, so if you are wanting to get started but you're not really sure where to start, definitely check out the course. Like I said, it's going to tell you everything you need to know. And if you actually head on over to the website, a pop-up box will come up where if you enter your email, you'll get an extra 20% off the course as well. So it's already discounted as it is on the website, but when you go to the website, you enter your email into that box, you get an extra 20% off code. So that's pretty much giving it away at that point. So again, go check it out, link down below, or chaosfragrances.com. Let's go and jump back into the review. So this is basically, in my opinion, and a lot of people will probably agree, a nighttime version of the original Wanted. The original was very fresh, very bright. It's got that very prominent lemon note. It just smells like a very nice casual daytime scent. When it comes to this one though, Wanted by Night, I mean, pretty much in the name of the fragrance, more of an evening scent. It's sweeter, it's a little bit seductive. Again, that cinnamon and tobacco is a fantastic mixture, and it gives it not only like a sweet and seductive smell, but also a little bit of a dressed up smell. So whereas the original Wanted, I would pretty much wear it in shorts and a t-shirt for the most part in the summer during the day, this one I feel like you can dress it up a little bit more, going out to dinners, going out to dates and things like that. Because it just would work better for that, because it does have that sweetness and a little bit of an upscale smell. Because of those sweeter notes, that's going to work well for you. The original Azzaro Wanted comes across youthful to me a little bit, but this one smells like it's grown up a little bit more, and it's a little bit more mature. Jumping into performance, this stuff performs pretty good on my skin as well. The original Azzaro Wanted performed really good on my skin. And like I said, that's one of the reasons why I didn't like it too much, was it was actually too strong for me. Granted, that is because I am not the hugest fan of the scent in the first place, so the fact that it was very strong just kind of annoyed me when I was testing it. This one though is kind of in the same ballpark. It's very strong as well. Longevity, I'm getting 8 to 9 hours consistently. Projection pushes out pretty good within the first couple hours, dies down a little bit, not fully to a skin scent, but it does get closer to your skin as time goes on. Overall, I'm very happy with the performance on this one. It's going to do really great for you. It's going to cut through the colder weather like what this is made for, fall, winter, and things like that in the evenings. It's going to cut through that easily because it does have the strength and it has, you know, enough oomph to really cut through the colder air. And with that being said, the colder air does help to tame this one down a little bit, helps smooth it out because it is very sweet. That cinnamon gives it a nice spicy kick, and the colder weather smooths it out a little bit. If you were to wear this in the warmer weather, spring and summer, in the heat, it's probably not going to be the best situation for this one because it might start to get a little bit too sweet off your skin. Talking about compliment factor, again, this is going to be fantastic in the compliments. The original Azzaro Wanted is a great compliment getter, and this one is going to be no exception. In my opinion, this is a better compliment getter than the original. Reason why is because, like I've talked about a million times, it's fresh, it's a little bit fresh, but it's also sweet as well. And that type of mixture always seems to do really well when it comes to getting compliments and getting positive feedback from fragrances. I feel like it's going to be suited for a wider variety of people. It's going to be kind of targeting, and it's also got more of a seductive smell to where it's going to kind of draw people in more, and they're really going to like to smell this off of you. And of course, the fact that it performs great is another bonus as well, so you don't have to worry about that. Overall, it's going to be a fantastic compliment getter. It's going to do what you want it to do, and that is going to make you smell great, and it's going to get you positive attention. You really can't go wrong with that. So my final thoughts, I'm a huge fan of this one. It smells really good. I put it off for a long time. I wasn't really interested in smelling it, but I figured I would go ahead and get a sample of it just to check it out, and I'm a big fan of it. Again, like I said earlier, I'm not the hugest fan of the original Wanted. I'm not saying it's a bad scent. I mean, it smells fine, but to me, it just doesn't do much for me. This one though, on the other hand, this stuff smells fantastic. Definitely an upgrade in my opinion from the original Wanted, and it's gonna be a solid scent. I really like it. I might grab a bottle of it in the future. I would say if you're a fan of the original Azzaro Wanted, then this would be a safe blind buy for you. Again, it does kind of have that original DNA, but it's sweetened up quite a bit. It's got more of a spicy touch. In my opinion, it's a safe blind buy. I feel like this is going to be hard to dislike, but as always, when it comes down to it, get a sample of it anyway, just because there's a possibility that you may not like it. But just for the most part, I would say for the general population, it's going to be hard to dislike this one. So in my opinion, it would be okay to blind buy, especially since you can find it for a relatively good price now. I've seen them pop up on, online for around $45, $50 for a 100 ml bottle. That's a solid price for a designer. And again, especially what you're getting here, you're getting a really nice high quality scent that smells great. Definitely is a big improvement over the original, and I'm a huge fan of it. So guys, that's gonna do it for this review. That's my thoughts on Azzaro Wanted by Night. Let me know what you guys think of this one down below. I'd be curious to know your guys' thoughts. And also go check out the course, chaosfragrances.com. Like I said, it tells you everything you need to know from start to finish to start decanting your fragrances and building an awesome collection. Like I said, you'll be able to build your collection without having to pay out of pocket, taking the money that you get from work and buying them. You'll essentially be able to build your fragrance collection by using the fragrances that you already have. So it's really cool. It's a really nice snowball effect. Once you get started, you can just keep it going. You can build an awesome collection of whatever you want. And I highly recommend you check it out if you don't know how to get started. And that's gonna do it, guys. So if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss my posts. And that's gonna do it for me, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.